It's hard to believe, but we've owned our Volvo 850 T-5R for nearly a year now. In that time, we've done a lot of work, stripping the car down, getting rid of the damaged parts, and even buying a complete donor car to get the parts we need. However, I have been guilty of putting this car to the back of the queue and prioritising other projects. All that changes today. Hopefully by the end of this video, the car's going to be ready to go to the paint shop, and from then it'll be ready to hit the road. We've already welded on the new inner wings, so what is there left to do? The headlights need fitting and cleaning. The entire front panel with all its wiring needs fitting and cleaning. Not to forget the bumper beam, fog lights, and any associated wiring and bracketry that goes with this. And then obviously there's the bumper, all the trims, indicators. We've even got some wiring to fix down there. So it's a lot to do. It's going to be a busy day. Let's just get on with it. Now first, we need to finish the welding. Now I know I said this was done, but there is a couple of small bits left to do. A small bit for the expansion tank bracket and another bracket for the bonnet spring, and then that definitely does complete the welding. Next, we're going to grind back all the welds. Now, I use this belt sander or finger sander, whatever you want to call it. I find that it grinds back the welds really nicely and slowly, and you don't damage any surrounding metal, which is, always good. After that, we'll etch prime them and then seam seal all the joints to make it look as close to factory as possible. Now when that's all dry, we're going to paint it with a can of colour matched aerosol paint. Now normally I wouldn't use aerosol, but you're not going to see any of this. It's all covered up by trims, wiring, the expansion tank, etc. So it's going to be spot on for what we need. So next up is repairing the wiring and test fitting the whole front end, front panel, bumper, lights, everything. We're doing this for two reasons. One, we want to make sure all the panel gaps line up, and two, we want to make sure everything electrically works. It's better to do this now. I don't want to be messing around with panel gaps and trying to trace faulty wiring after it's painted. I don't want to risk damaging any paintwork, and as we're repairing it, it's best to do it all now, get it out of the way. So let's do that. Some of the wiring was damaged in the accident, and if I'm honest, some of it was damaged by our over-enthusiastic German Shepherd. However, we managed to get all the parts from the donor car to replace these. So what we're going to do is simply cut out the damaged sections of wiring, and we're going to solder the new section in, heat shrink over the top to protect it, and it'll be as good as new. Right, well that's done, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So that's one. We're on to the final jobs now, and although we're fitting and gapping the wings now and the bonnet, these are going to be removed at the body shop for paint. But we want to make any adjustments now and not when the car comes back to us with fresh paintwork. Right, on. Headlights. Main beam. Off. Indicate left. Indicate right. Hazards. Beat horn. Yeah, everything off. Happy with that. What a day. Obviously there's still a few finishing jobs to do, but there's nothing really that'll stop it going to the body shop, and that's where it's going to go now. I really can't wait to get it back, get it finished and take it out for a drive. But until then, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, it does help the channel out, and I'll see you next time. That went well.